My name is Ron Mintle. I'm the chairman of the ADP Partners Committee, and this is the industry's latest and greatest presentation. ADP did a membership survey, and we found that 35% of the publishers said that the primary reason for joining ADP was to learn about products and services that would grow their business. And the partner members said they joined because of the trade show, because of the opportunity to network, and that would help them showcase their products. This session is to serve the needs of both the publishers and the partners to meet these needs. Trade shows and networking and sponsorships, they're all really good for an exchange of information. However, it's not really necessarily enough. I ask you, how many times have you walked through the conference, the trade show, and saw the name of a booth of a company that you've seen many times? And you think, oh, I don't need to stop and talk to them. I know what they do. But that may not be true. All of us, the publishers and the partners, are having to reinvent ourselves over and over again to keep up with the changing industry, to keep up with the changing technologies. And so when you walk by a booth and you don't really know what is new, you may be missing an opportunity. And then we have the new members. The new partner members bring some goods and services that maybe we didn't even know existed. And so it's important for you to find out what the new members are. Our goal is to drive and help the membership, both for publishers and partners, and that's part of the goal of this session. Now we're going to hear from 7 companies, 7 partner members, and they're each going to be allocated 5 minutes to tell you what's new. Now this is not intended to be a demo. What it's intended to do is to provide an introduction, a chance for you to learn a little bit about what is new. Really, it's a chance for them to whet your appetite and to give you enough information so that you can make the decision of whether this applies to your company or not, or where it might be able to help you. So as you listen to each one of these, any one that you would really like to know more about, the time to meet them is right after the end of this session at the lunch break. Everybody will be in the trade show, and I invite you to go introduce yourselves and try to find out more about each of them. Okay, we're going to start out. First one, I'd like to introduce Paul Ingalls. He's the CEO of Veloxites. And Paul is pleased to introduce the next generation of SMB digital services, analytics, plus automation.
Thanks very much, Ron. Good morning, everyone. Paul Ingalls, CEO of Veloxites. A very brief introduction. My colleague and I, Jack Brandt, had approximately 10 years with a hosting company that operated globally called Hostopia. We took that company from about $3 million in recurring revenue annually to just under $40 million, went IPO and were subsequently purchased for $125 million by a company called Deluxe Corporation. In the course of our services, we got to travel the world and visit with service providers, largely telecoms, but also some directories. Verizon Superpages, which later became IDARC. We served BT Directories and Dex Media as well. And in the course of our travels, we found that the web hosting business is a pretty straightforward, easy business. It's pretty flat. The hard part is adding new users and getting new web services customers out of your small business base to grow your business. That's the hard part. Today, we're going to talk to you a little bit about how to fix that problem. Small businesses, as you know, are notoriously difficult to serve. They're very demanding. They're looking for magic to be worked for them in digital services and their online presence, but they have little to no time to actually actively manage that presence themselves. We talk to large service providers in the directory space all the time who tell us that it's very unprofitable to try to serve those small businesses in this space. So it's not only a small ticket value, but a very low margin value, or at least can be. We can help you with a methodology and a model and introduce you to that can absolutely transform this to being a high growth and profitable business with a rather unique way of going after the business. The way we start in our transformation is to begin with analytics. When we work with an organization like your own, we will borrow some data from you, your online directory listings, your advertising data, basically name, address, phone number, business category of the customers you serve. We do a 360-degree forensic investigation of your small business client's web presence to reveal all of the things that are working for them and not working for them. We present that to you in a tidy little report that shows you the digital opportunity, the things that you can easily fix for your customers in their base. You'll see on the right-hand side a customer-facing version of that report. We call it the Web Health Report. It can be fully branded in your own colors, and it instructs your small business client what's going on and galvanizes the conversation, makes it meaningful because you know a lot more about what they're doing than they do. The next step is using that data, we activate a patented technology that will go through the data that you've provided us and automatically provision the very digital services that your small business client needs based on what the report told them was broken. If they lack a website, they get a new one. If they have a website but it's not mobile responsive, and that's changing massively with the new Google algorithms this month, we correct that. We show you and point you in the direction of who needs improved SEM, who doesn't, and we do this en masse such that your sales agents can deliver the new web presence to each and every client automatically with a very low investment in cost. The last piece of magic is fulfillment, which really seals the deal. Our automation produces what we'd like to call 90% of the effort of improving your small business customer's web presence, but it's a very good idea to have one of your in-house CSRs who can be easily trained on this platform just do the last little bit. Your end user says, I just changed my logo. Can you make this site more blue than green? I have a new image I'd like to put in. You can take care of that yourselves very easily. And if you're not interested in stepping up to that nominal labor value, there are partners we work with, such as Design Wizards, who can add those fulfillment services on your behalf. So you can become truly expert in this market with very little investment and very little effort. The results kind of speak for themselves, but our poster child customer would be an online directory with 18,000 users. It's called 411 Local Search. The proprietor, the founder of that organization, sold his business to one of the big Yellow Pages operators, and he had a 3-year earnout. So he had an ability to make a heck of a lot more money if he could launch something that was profitable. He launched our services, and we are now responsible for 15% of his top-line revenue. We're just under $2 million in annual recurring revenue for him, and we are responsible, this product line, for 25 to 30% of his earnings. It was a 7-figure increased payday just on the basis of him launching these services. So the numbers are terrific. We solve the problem that's plaguing the service industry, which is the cost of do-it-yourself, do-it-for-me. It's analytics, followed by automation, followed by fulfillment. The last thing I'd like to tell you about before I break is we'd love to see you down at the trade show area. We have an ebook online that we've received about 25 downloads so far. Actually, Gordon Burrell downloaded one. We're flattered by that. So it's available to you. The next step we would engage with you, if you're so inclined, is we can do a sample analysis of your customer base free of charge and deliver you the report that you'd like to see. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paul. Next, we're going to hear from Yoel Shamos. He's with TimeRev. And Yoel is going to explain how TimeRev is a platform that will revolutionize engagement for directories, online users, and online businesses.
Thank you, Ron. I just want to add one thing which we've learned from the ADP is that we're looking at a roadmap of adding not only online, but maybe also offline in the near future. But let's go from the beginning. Is there a presentation? Yeah. Okay. What we try to bring is more added direct revenue to directories. I'm not going to go through. I mean, you've heard a lot of what the future is going to and trends are these last few days. What we need to show you is a little bit of what Google is doing today and what Facebook is doing. We heard also a lot about what Amazon is doing. Google is starting to add direct chat from their search pages. They also are launching, I think, just after the LSA, a new service for sending you a plumber, of getting your information, and they will manage the lead and send it to their viewers. In addition, Facebook has added Messenger to be able to, every site will be able to talk to their plumber or directly from through Messenger. That'll affect us. Google and Facebook are trendsetters. They will define the user base in the future and the expectations of the viewers, how they want to look at things. We've got a solution today that answers that need today, and it's very easily implemented in any directory. We can add to any directory revenue and engagement process services. Very, very easy, and it's really simple to implement and start getting revenue. I'll go into the detail. We connect the people, the consumers, businesses. There's one interesting point. I was explaining the service to one of the people in the stand, and the guy says to me, "Well, you take my directory and you can Uberize it." Yes, that's basically what we can do. We can take and create peer-to-peer communications upon your directory very easily. So we can measure conversions. We can track the business, and basically, create this lot of noise within your directory, which is good noise, which is revenue-generating noise, and engagement noise, which will increase your bottom line and increase your positioning in Google, and of course engagement by the people. We're talking about live chat, quote requests, appointment booking, reservations, messaging. In addition to that, we'll personalize immediate attention for the visitors. Fast and effortless services, they'll get everything they need very quickly. It'll save them a lot of time and money. For the businesses, your customers, immediate connectivity to the consumer when they're ready to buy, at the point that they're ready to buy. Lead monitoring through conversion. We're not going to fumble any ball along the way. Revenue growth, and of course, a lot of analysis directly from your site. Of course, saving time and increasing experience. What's in it for you, you must say. What's in it for me, you must say. New revenue channels and growth, increasing business loyalty, more reasons to interact and to engage with them, track, of course, and monitorize everything. This is all done white labeled on your site. It's a service that you will be providing, we'll be managing for you. You don't have to worry about the technology. That's our job, to worry about the technology. It's, of course, customized with a complete logic process of managing the lead. It's not just peer-to-peer communication. We actually take that lead and we monitor it and guide that person requesting a service, guide it until it's fulfilled by one of your clients. And of course, seamless integration. The business model is very flexible. We can discuss with all directories how to build it, what's best suited for you guys. We'll analyze it together. The bottom line is an increased organic traffic growth via visitor engagement and loyalty. No capex, or very little capex investment, with real revenue gain. Clear and tested business model. I told you, white label integration. We have tried to analyze. We see very little risk, and of course, no hidden costs in the future. And what I'm talking about, is, well, next slide, is we can do all this job for you without any real problems and great. In addition to that, we've added to the robot requests we've received from some of you guys today, in fact, quite a few of them, to try and add an offline presence. How can we incorporate the service within a printed directory? And the answer is yes, we will be able to in the future incorporate into an offline directory. Come to the stand and we'll explain to you how and how we can help you guys and make more money for everybody. I think I'm finishing time.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yoel. And next, we're going to hear from Stephanie Crammon with Brick Street Software. Stephanie is going to be offering to ADP members the use of Brick Street's multi-channel marketing software for a fixed monthly fee to sell as a product to their customers. Stephanie?
Hello, everybody. I met most of you yesterday. I gave away an iPad. My name is Stephanie Crammond. I'm from the Yellow Pages business. I've been in the business for 40 years. I understand your pain. I've been a publisher. I've been a CMR. I've been a supplier. Today, I'm here for a company called Brick Street Software. Brick Street makes multi-channel marketing software. This is customer-focused, outbound communication software that's sold to huge companies, banks, telecom, energy companies, utilities, huge monstrous companies that are all over the world, and it allows them to communicate with their customers using the means that the customer is most comfortable with. Some people like email. My mother wants you to talk to her on the phone. Some people still use faxes. Some people, kids, they only use their phone, so it's got to be text. Instant messages need to be push. This is terrific software, and I came here specifically to offer it to you. This is an opportunity for you to add to what you already have. You guys have great products. You've got great books, you've got great online presence, but what you don't have is something like this. You don't have an opportunity for your customers to sell to their customers directly. This is outbound communication that your customers can use to contact their customers. This is extremely sophisticated software. Companies like HSBC, AT&T, Citibank buy this software from Brick Street and use it to communicate with thousands and thousands of customers. HSBC last year sent over 1 billion email messages using this software. Your customers can communicate with their customers, and you can do the work. So you get to charge them for the program, you get to charge them for the creation of the program, you get to manage it for them, you get to use this information to help your customers be more successful in dealing with their customers directly. This is absolutely provable ROI. And more important than that, if I got it on another slide? People like to get emails. They like to get text. It's very important to people to be communicated with locally. They prefer to get a text or an email from a local business than to get it from a national business. So you guys are sitting in a great spot for your customers to communicate with their customers. Now, if you think about it, if you have 20 customers who are using this system to communicate with their customers, and each one of those customers has 1,000 people they're sending messaging out to, that's 20,000 people. Each one of those companies is going to get information about those 20,000 people. You're going to get information about the 1,000 people that they're sending to. You're going to get information about all of the people that they're sending to, which is going to allow you to create a database, a fantastic database of information that you can then use to market to verticals. This will open up a whole new door for your business. It will allow you to sell to your existing customers, but it will also allow you to sell to those people who aren't necessarily right for print yellow pages. You've got lots of industrial companies in your marketplace that you don't sell to because they operate over a larger area and their clients aren't in your market area. Well, using this software, you can sell to them. There are two obstacles with a system like this for a local customer, and the reason they don't buy it. One, they can't afford it. It's extremely expensive. And two, they don't know how to use it. What we're offering to you right now, and what I've worked out for you, is a fixed price based on the number of people you put into the system. You can do whatever you want with it. You can charge them as much as you want, as little as you want. You can give messaging away to your local charity. You can do it for the local teams, because once the people are in the system, you can do whatever you want with it. And we will charge you one fixed rate depending on how many people you have in the system. There's an opportunity for you to make 10 times your investment here. See, I got ahead of myself. I only had 6 slides and I went right by. Anyway, I am here. I am in booth number 10. I'd like to talk to you about it. If you're looking for a way to increase the business that you get from the customers that you already have and from the customers that you don't already have, come and talk to me. Using this software, your customers can communicate with their customers using text, email, voice, fax, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever it takes. Anyway, I think my time is up. I hear beeping behind me. So I'd like to thank you all very much for your time. Come and see me at lunchtime. Have a great day.
Thank you, Stephanie. Next, we have Paul Duffy from Yellow Magic, and he's going to be telling you about a new universal search tool for digital directories. Paul?
Good morning, everyone. Yellow Magic would like to show you Jackrabbit today. Jackrabbit is a universal platform search tool. That means it is device, screen size, resolution independent digital directory platform that works on desktops, tablets, phones, and with websites and apps. This is a new product, but it actually replaces two of our older products, Magic Carpet Mobile and Magic Carpet Lite. One platform, and it works everywhere and on all devices, and apps can be created, of course, for Apple and Android. You update it once, you update it everywhere. Major advantage that we have is that we can give it to you any way you'd like. We can build it, host it, maintain it for you, or you can license the software and do it yourself, and it's highly configurable. You can customize it and make it look any way you'd want, okay? And of course, as we said, it works on all devices and on all platforms. It's highly configurable, though, and this is an example of some of the different formats, and you can see that it's very versatile. It addresses banner blindness. I think you heard earlier today that people tend to ignore banners these days. So we address that, and I'll show you in just a moment how we address that. It's highly local, map-centric. This is your data. It's local data. And the results can be ordered by distance, contract value, or alpha. We put in a lot of revenue opportunities, one of which is profile pages, very easy to sell and very easy to produce. In results, ads. This is how we address banner blindness. By putting the ad in the results, we feel like people are going to have more of a tendency to take a look at it instead of a banner off to the side. Search sponsorships, this can be classification heading specific, or it can be random. And of course, initial results, and this is important, these can be sold. Again, another revenue opportunity. These will pop up before somebody even starts a search. Display ad button, of course, you can either sell this or you can give it away to anybody that has a display ad. Coupons, you can put just about anything you want in the coupon, whether it be a QR code, barcodes, whatever you'd like. Social media links, of course, you have to have that these days. Keywords is another revenue opportunity and something that's pretty easy to sell. And of course, you can sell links to their website, whatever it might be. Extra lines color, another opportunity for revenue. We're trying to put as many revenue opportunities in here because we don't want you to just have a digital presence. We want it to pay for itself. So we give you many revenue opportunities. Here's another one. You can sell logos and graphics that go in the results. Ratings, of course, some people use that, some people don't. It's completely up to you. It's optional. Of course, you can mark favorites, just like everybody is able to do. Background screens, because it automatically adjusts to different screen sizes, you can have a background screen that either promotes your business or whatever you'd like that will come up when the screen real estate allows. It's fast and easy to keep current. Actually, with Jackrabbit Sync, we can link it to your publishing database and it will automatically update it. But even if you don't have Sync, it's a matter of pressing 3 buttons to update it. In order to improve your website, you really have to know how it's performing. So what we do is we track just about everything. Where it's being used, what they're searching for, whether they pulled up a map or not. We even tell you if there was a failed search so you can improve the site. We've also done an awful lot to improve SEO. If you want to come by the booth, we'll explain how we do that. And at the same time, we have some other products that we'd love to show you: call tracking, lead generation, data cleansing, and Salesforce automation. Thank you very much. Thanks for your 5 minutes. It's kind of like speed dating.
With 26 seconds to spare, You did good. They were doubting they could go through that many slides in time. Next we have Tony Phillip with Ads Local. And Tony's going to show you how agencies and publishers can increase revenue and retention by allowing their clients to send and receive text messages from their current landline or 800 number.
Thanks, appreciate it. Ads Local is a premium 3D mobile marketing company. We combine text, mobile web, and calls all in one. And what I'm primarily going to talk about, those are Text Local product. Video, please.
Your business has a landline, and your landline has a number that your customers know. They want to text you that number, and they're probably already trying to, so let them. With Ads Local, you can send and receive text from an existing landline and see them all right on your computer. So you keep your number, they keep texting, and you and your customers keep in touch. Ads Local starts at just $79.95 a month, and right now you can sign up for a 14-day trial free. Visit adslocal.com today.
So what I'm talking about with the Text Local product is we can enable your business's landline or 800 number to receive text messages. There's no additional equipment required. There's no porting required. The business will start receiving text messages on a web-enabled device, whether it's an iPad, a PC, or whatever. And the way this works is once the number is enabled, the business can promote the number via print or whatever. It says text or call us at 1-800-LendingTree. The consumer texts in, it goes to the cloud, it comes back down on the PC of the business, and then the business can reply directly there from their computer back to the consumer. There's a two-way conversation going on via text messaging. Why is that relevant or even important? In 2012, text messages sent in the United States surpassed voice conversations 3-to-1. 1 out of 3 texters, according to the New York Times, would rather text than talk. 90% of text messages are opened within 3 minutes. If you compare that to email, for example, it's less than 10% are open, period. SMS coupons have a 10 times more adaptability rate. The average delivery time for SMS messages is under 7 seconds. This is a great medium to communicate with your customers. More importantly, as you enable the numbers so that people can text you, you can then also turn around and text them back and let them know, answer their question right away. One admin sitting in a business can handle 10 simultaneous text conversations. So how does that apply to businesses? In the retail business, we've seen people that have enabled numbers reduce voicemails by 80%. We've seen them increase sales, and they can send out offers to their customers, et cetera. In real estate, here's an opportunity for consumers to text in an MLS and say, can you send me more information? At the same time, real estate agents can send out text messages and let them know if an MLS has changed, if the pricing has changed. Again, because text messages get opened, 90% of them get opened so quickly, you're likely to get your message across. That's another reason why restaurants really like the service, because for a couple reasons. Number one is consumers can now text in their order. They can text in and say, hey, are you open tonight? Restaurants can text back and say, because we're not going to have inclement weather, if you come in tonight, we'll give you 20% off. This is a great way to communicate back and forth real time. And again, if you look at what we talked about earlier today about the challenges of real-time communications in the publisher and the directories business, here's an opportunity to do this. Car dealerships love this product. people can text in and say, hey, do you have a red Toyota Highlander on your lot? They can text them back real time and say, yes, we do, come on in. They can also text back and let them know that their car oil service is due or their car is ready for pickup. So the opportunity for directories and publishers, the way we look at it is, here's a way we want to partner with you to offer this service to your businesses, and this can allow you to increase your revenues, increase your retention rates, as well as, well, here, I gotta go. We're doing demos at our booth. Come on by, we'll show you how it works. It's very easy. Look forward to showing it to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. A lot of different things to learn about, isn't there? Our next speaker is Jeff Tomlin, and Jeff is Vendasta, and Jeff will show you how to find new leads in old places.
Great. Number 6 in your program, number 1 in your hearts. Ready to get going. I was actually, I booked my room late, and I ended up over at Spring Hill Suites, and I was originally disappointed, but they've got this amazing Paul Mitchell brand volumizing shampoo. It's changed my life the last couple of days. Hey, so I was having a chat the other day with my business partner, our CEO, Brendan King. And in a past life, he owned a computer retail operation in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. And this is in the late 90s. And he was talking about his marketing activities back then. Did some radio ads, he'd do weekly ads in the newspaper, and he'd do his Yellow Page ad. If he didn't get his Yellow Page ad in for the year, he was pretty much screwed. So his activities are pretty straightforward. And I was just reflecting on the pinwheel that Gordon Burrell showed. And the digital landscape today for SMBs has dramatically changed. It's incredibly complex. The rate of change at which it's changing is constantly increasing. And the number of different channels that they have to think about is unbelievable. Same for media companies and agencies that are selling digital marketing and advertising solutions. Incredibly complex. We were asking a bunch of our channel partners. Vendasta is known for providing white label reputation, presence, and social media management tools. And we were asking some of our channel partners a little while ago, what other products would you like to see from us? And some of the feedback that we got was, you know, we don't really need another product to sell right now. We've got a lot of challenges dealing with this changing landscape. Not just that landscape, but other challenges like these ones that media companies and agencies have. Challenges with dealing with multiple products, dealing with integrations, dealing with onboarding and customer reporting. These are unique digital challenges. The cost of sales is too high, the margins are too small. We've got vendor clutter. And so we figured that it was incumbent upon us to take a look at some of these challenges and address these before we took a look at what other products that we would build to address the SMB needs. So the one that we thought that we could really impact was the sales and marketing challenge. This is a quote from Neil Polachek and Greg Sterling in a paper that they just put out. The traditional media companies that fail to actively restructure and innovate around sales and sales automation today will see a further erosion of market share tomorrow, ceding revenue to the growing list of digital competitors and alternatives in the local digital market. I believe that, and we saw that you could, or we felt that you could create dramatic efficiencies in both your marketing processes and your sales processes if you can combine the both, not just with marketing automation, but looking how your marketing activities combine and work with your sales activities. And you saw Gordon reference sales teams are indicating that it's becoming harder to sell. And it's not just becoming harder to sell, but there's more competition in the space, and the digital solutions are adding complexity to that. So we've created a marketing automation sales transformation package, and you'll see in some of your inserts for the conference here, we've provided a case study that we did with the McClatchy company. We've got another one coming out with the Local Edge group as well, and I'll explain just very quickly what it does. What we did is we created a digital marketing assessment for 500 businesses. We built this programmatically. And they targeted 500 businesses that had gone dark on them or they hadn't done any business with in a very long time. We felt if we can use their very strong brand and we could send relevant, timely, valuable, personalized information to the business that we could get a very captive audience for the sales team to engage with. And so we emailed this digital marketing assessment out to 500 businesses. And then we followed that up with an email campaign. And as they opened the emails and as they clicked through in the emails, we raised a flag and flagged those individuals as hot leads to the sales team. And as soon as they would get the flag, the sales team would initiate a call. And what we found was when you combine that brand with the relevant, valuable, personalized information, we received rates, open rates and click-through rates that we've never ever seen with any type of email marketing before. We had 53% open rates, 79% click-through rates. And when the sales team engaged, they were seeing closing rates upward north of 20%. And so we're ecstatic about that. We're building out this platform, and we've got a lot of companies that are starting to use it now and evolving it. I'd love to talk to you a little bit more about it. I'll be around for a while. We've got a lot more information on our website, and I'd like to give you more information. And look at 10 seconds under time. I had this joke about really thin little newspapers, but it was terrible. You'll laugh later.
Great, Jeff. Thank you very much. And next, we're going to hear from Mary Jo Gleason with Media Measurement Solution. She's going to explain why not all leads are created equal.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mary Jo Gleason with Media Measurement Solutions. A lot of you know me, but for those who don't, I have worked in the Yellow Pages industry for the last 35 years, mostly on the national side, working directly with advertisers. But in the last 10 years, I've moved in the direction of working more in the call tracking industry. And a lot of you were early adopters to call tracking and use our products today. But for those of you who don't and don't know a little bit about call tracking, let's talk about it. As you've heard from a lot of your advertisers yesterday and people this morning, it's all about the advertiser and them wanting to know what value your product brings to the table. For them, it's all about return on investment. They want to know, is my phone ringing? When is it ringing? How is it ringing? Am I getting leads from my advertising? So what you can do for them, obviously, is to provide them with important information about those phone calls. You can tell them how many calls they receive. You can tell them the time of day. You can tell them whether or not it was a new customer. Was it an existing customer? There's a lot of analytical information that you can provide to them. Our goal is to help you provide that information through call tracking. Call tracking is simple. It's very easy. It can be a local number. It can be a toll-free number. It can be in a print ad. It can be on a mobile app. It can be on a web page. It can be on a landing page. It's adaptable to any type of medium. We've gone a little bit beyond just the traditional call tracking. What we've been doing as well is we have a team of reviewers, and those reviewers can also listen to those phone calls. If your advertisers are not recording the calls, they're missing an opportunity. Not only is it beneficial for them to know how many phone calls they have, but it's beneficial for them to understand the performance of their office. They need to know, is the person answering the phone polite? Are they actually presenting the products correctly? Are they really selling our products? We can help you guys, we can help your advertisers interpret that information. We can listen to those phone calls and categorize them. And that brings them a lot of valuable information. In addition to that, we've most recently have also started an outbound and inbound call center. So for those small businesses that don't have an opportunity to make those return phone calls for appointments that they might have missed, we can do that for them. If they have overflow call because their phones are too busy at a period of time, we can handle the phone calls as well. So we do both inbound and outbound. Thank you for your time. I think I beat your record.
You did. You did extremely well. Thank you. That's okay. Bonnie was thoroughly convinced that it was not possible for us to actually stay on our time frame, but I think we've done it. I'd like to get some feedback from you. This is a new session that we've made. If it's well received, We want to do it every year to give you an opportunity to really see what is new, who our new members are, what they have to offer, and what are the new products of the long-term members that have been around for a long time. So see me, see headquarters, and just let me know if you'd like us to continue this. We would like to make it something that we did every year. Thank you very much.